Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Julia.
I'm Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
What's up, Julia?
I think we're doing a Facebook video, are we?
Are we? I just woke up here.
Wow. That's a problem.
It's incredibly scary.
So, I think what we're gonna do is a suggestion by Max Medina.
The man himself, Max Medina.
Max Medina. Oh, well, I guess Max could be a girl name. We didn't
Mr.
look.
or Mrs. Max Medina the fourth.
Who suggested we draw Rad Dads.
Oh my God, Rad Dads.
God.
Max, have you had any idea how much I think about Rad Dads?
Yeah.
It's, just now, pretty much. I haven't really thought about them before now, but...
If you could come up with, like, a graphic novel series about Rad Dads, that'd be great.
That would be amazing.
I guess that's, like, most TV shows, really, if you think about it. Well, I guess not all of them have children.
Usually in most TV shows, the dads are, like, the schmucks,
Oh, that's true.
They're, like the Peter Griffins, and they're, like...
Oh,
they're
that's
the kind
a good point.
the Fred Flintstones. They, like, get into some shenanigans, and they don't really care for their wives very much.
Yeah.
Make that very clear.
Wow, this started real depressing. Sorry, dads everywhere.
Listen, but those aren't Rad Dads.
You deserve better representation, which we will be doing in this one.
In this very video, I'm going to give you some Rad Dads. I'm starting with just a general dad shape.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit like a bean.
Yeah, I start with the bean head.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm going for, like, the immaculate dad here. Like, the perfect dad, the raddest dad. He's got to be a little portly.
Yeah.
For my taste. That's just how I like my dads.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I mean, I have to agree with you.
I mean, my dad is actually not very portly.
No, mine neither.
I think that is a fault of his. He has kept himself too well managed.
Mr. Andrews, you listening?
If you're listening, and I know you are,
get yourself a bit of a belly.
Eat some burgos. Drink some beers.
Do it.
You're
disappointing your son.
You're lowering your overall dadhood by not being a portly man, and also he doesn't have a mustache, but this dad will.
My God. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like he's got it. We are drawing basically the opposite of our own dads, because my dad does not have a mustache either.
Yeah, but he should though, right?
No. My father with a mustache would be the scariest thing I can imagine.
The scariest thing you can imagine?
I mean, you've seen my father.
Do you wake up in, like, a cold sweat at night sometimes because you've had, like, a nightmare about your dad with a mustache?
Yeah. I mean, we joke, but...
Basically, I'm just going to be drawing... This is how I always draw a dad if I'm doing a comic.
Yeah.
I do the dads the same way, which is that I give him a bean head. Mm-hmm. I give him the mustache.
Mm-hmm. He's looking a little Paul Blarty, if anyone watches Draga.
He is looking a little Paul Blart.
Is your ideal dad Paul Blart?
I just want Paul Blart to be my dad.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all?
I want anyone to care about me the way that Paul Blart cares about malls.
I'm gonna make you a t-shirt that says that. You're gonna have to wear it.
I mean, if you made it, I would wear it.
Yeah.
So he's got some kind of thick eyebrows, stern but kind.
Okay, yeah, now we're starting to branch off from the Paul Blart.
Is what I'm going for. I want him to look like, he'll lay down the dad law if he has to.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to. He wants to be cool, and, he understands. He was there, too. He was young once. Mm-hmm. Many moons ago, eons ago. When the Earth was young. Dad. He's ageless and timeless, the perfect dad. Flawless dad.
I mean, that's how he got all that dad wisdom, was being around for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
He was able to accrue all of it.
And I feel like I also want dads to have, like, little spectacles.
Yeah.
So that, like, he can be reading a book in the parlor, and he'll look up at you from, like, over the top of his little reading spectacles.
Yeah.
To dole out some sage advice.
Yeah, or to be, like, a little bit disappointed in me, but saying that he's not disappointed at me in the same time. But he is.
But he is. But he knows that you're gonna make it all. You're gonna make it all better.
I imagine this guy only speaks in grunts and noises, and you still understand him somehow.
You understand him on, like, a visceral, emotional level. This is a dad who's in touch with his feelings, and he's in touch with the feelings of others.
Yeah. That's a sensitive dad right there.
You'll like that I decided to take the time out to just color in his hair instead of continuing the drawing.
Are you perhaps stalling for time?
I'm stalling because
Jacob?
I'm thinking about what I want to do with this dad next.
Right.
What makes a dad rad?
Well, what is rad? Let's break down the term rad. What is rad?
It's like cool, but
we can't do like a teen cool because he's a dad.
No, he's got to be dad cool. I think
and he's got to be like cooler than a teen.
Yeah, I think part of dad cool is that they just don't give a shit. Like, they're dads now, and they're like, I don't care. I don't care about teen fashions. I don't care about the styles and trends.
Yeah.
All I care about are like fixing up, the old car.
Are you gonna give him little like cargo khaki shorts?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna give him cargo khaki shorts.
Yes.
He doesn't care. He needs to hold things in his pockets.
He's gotta hold all those cell phones he doesn't know how to use.
Yeah, his pockets are filled with old Nokia brick phones.
But you know what? When your phone breaks, he has one for you.
I'm gonna show that off here. There's so many of them that they're just like they're popping out of the.
Oh my god! Yeah.
They're bulging out of this pocket.
That's great.
He's filled it with Nokia bricks.
Yes.
He's under the interpretation that you can only use each one once.
Yeah, it's like a burner phone. He for some reason thinks they work like burner phones. He's seen like one too many episodes of like NCIS.
Yeah.
Because that's a dad show.
Burn Notice.
Yeah.
The new season of 24.
Yeah.
He's definitely watching.
Mm-hmm. It's a miracle that those cargo short pockets can hold all those Nokias, which is a testament to your dad's pick of quality.
Yeah.
He knows how to find a solid pair of cargo shorts.
Only the finest Walmart brand cargo shorts for this dad. This pocket's bulging too.
Yeah. He's got to have 2 pockets of them.
And then legs. Mm-hmm. Most dads have legs.
Most do.
Most do. Some don't. That's okay too. You can still be a rad dad if you don't have any legs.
Yeah.
The legs are not crucial to being a rad dad.
No. You know what is crucial?
What? Socks and sandals?
Pockets that can... Oh my god, yeah. I was going to say pockets that can hold a lot of stuff. But yeah. Oh my god.
Socks and sandals are the pinnacle of not giving a shit.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
And in a way that like most of the time people are just going to be like, why is he doing that? Mm-hmm. But not when you're a rad dad.
Yeah.
It becomes a statement.
And then like dads at this point are the only people that can pull off the socks and sandals. You're like, who in the hell would wear socks and oh, a dad. Oh no, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Like if I wore it, nuh-uh.
I don't know, Julia. I feel like if anyone could do it, it would probably be you.
If anyone would not care whatsoever, it would be me.
Because you usually like come in here wearing like full sea captain's attire.
I am usually dressed like a sea captain.
Like you're the fucking Davy Jones. Not Davy Jones, he's the octopus.
Yeah, no.
He's the
he's the octopus.
He's the octopus. The Johnny Depp character.
I don't know anymore.
Like you're full on Johnny Depping it in here. Okay. Every single day.
Yeah.
You swagger in drunk, rowdy.
Uh-huh.
You crash a boat into the side of the building.
It's how I get here. It's why our building is next to the water.
Okay, I gotta finish this, Dad.
Yeah,
I've been going on for too long. I'm sorry.
You're really trying to cut my time short on my dad.
Well, you're also much faster than me. Generally.
Am I? Really?
Maybe.
Have you seen me on these episodes?
Well, maybe not.
I take my sweet dang time on these.
I take it all back. This is going to be a little longer. Nathan's not here to tell us what to do.
I mean, yeah.
When the Nathan's away, the J Crew will play.
God, he's literally been gone for like 5 minutes, and we're like, out the door.
Yep.
The rules are out the door. We're doing it our way.
Rules mean nothing, except rules actually mean everything, because if we don't follow them, the rad dad will be disappointed in us.
Yeah, he'll, like,
He's
not that his eyes will open, but like just little, you'll just see like a little hint. Like I imagine little dots just like kind of peek out under those eyelids that you've drawn.
Yeah.
Like just enough.
Just a little bit, like beep.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. Like.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Just like that. He looks up and sees you.
Oh my god, the disappointment's real though.
He sees you with his eyes.
I'm sorry, Rad Dad.
And the thing is also about this dad, like he's looked up from his reading. He was reading a text message on one of his Nokia phones.
Yeah.
And he looks up from his reading, and with this hand, how many fingers do hands have? 5 usually. With this hand, he pulls off a pair of spectacles that he was also wearing.
Yeah.
He's wearing reading glasses on top of his reading glasses. He has reading glasses, and then under him he has disappointment glasses that he has to peer over the top of.
Yeah.
So one set is for the dramatic effect of like taking a pair off to be like, what have you done?
Yeah.
And the other pair is like look down his nose.
Yeah.
At you.
And I imagine that at least one of these pairs has that like the shade changing lenses.
Yeah, they all have transitional lenses.
Transitional lenses.
Absolutely. And just to finish this dad off, and then I'll let you get to it. He's got a snake tattoo.
Wow.
A hint.
You know, I was on board with this dad before. I'm like fully, like, please be my dad. I'm sorry, actual dad, but...
This is a hint of his rad past.
Wow.
Because I think if you really want to be a rad dad, you have to, like, if you want a kid to think you're rad, you have to present, like, I did some really rad shit, but now I'm beyond it. Like, those
and
times
then when you
are
ask
done,
him about it...
And he's like, oh, you'll understand one day.
Yeah. You ask him about it, and he just doesn't tell you. He's like, that's from another time. And you're like, okay, but please explain. And he's like,
It was a different era.
It was a different time.
I don't know why I made him, like, weird, like, colonial sounding.
I don't know.
Dad. It was the Civil War.
We did not at all draw our actual dad. Not that I've ever seen your actual dad.
This looks just like my dad.
Oh, wow.
Snake
You have the
tattoo,
raddest dad.
2 pairs of glasses, pocket full of Nokia phones. Okay, Julia, I'm going to let you get in here.
Yeah, please do.
Once I give this snake an eyeball.
Yeah.
And this is not my best snake, but you get the picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely your best dad.
It's definitely my best dad, and that's what matters.
This is a quality drawing.
And if you could do me a favor, actually, you the viewer, and also you, Julia.
Okay.
Do me a favor and just imagine that his shirt is like a Hawaiian pattern shirt. Because I don't feel like drawing all that, but
okay, that's fine.
You can just imagine that it is.
Yeah. All right. So, oh my God, how do I top this rad dad? I should have been using the time where I wasn't drawing to think of what I would actually draw, but I didn't.
So you should have just sat silently
during
the first half thinking and left me to sweat and try to, like, vamp for space.
Okay, well, so...
I feel like you
Yeah?
could have a dad who's they're like the Shimada Bros equivalent of dads. They're like the Genji and Hanzo of dads.
Oh, like they don't get along?
Like, they don't get along. They're 2 rad dads with a twisted past, and they both have, like, tattoos.
Okay.
Or something.
I'm a fan of that. So...
It's the arm tattoo that made me think of it.
Yeah, so he should have, like, a snake or dragon tattoo is what you're telling me? He's also gonna have, like, small disappointment eyes.
Yeah.
Like yours did. Okay.
I feel like the reason they don't get along is because when you're a rad dad, you know and fear that the only thing that can be radder than you is a rad uncle.
Yeah,
that's true. And they don't want their kids to see, their uncle and be like, now that's even radder than my rad dad.
I have a pretty rad uncle. That's
See, exactly.
Yeah. I have 2 rad uncles. No, 3 rad uncles. Oh my God, I'm discovering more uncles as this goes along.
You're just lousy with rad uncles.
I know. It's just So, okay. All right. So, if we're going with the Shimada theme here.
Yes.
Am I right? Am I right in thinking we're still doing that?
I like it. I would like to see it.
I do enjoy it. What did I do to his forehead?
The raddest dads have the tallest foreheads.
Okay. So, okay. So, like, yours is pretty true to what, like, a dad would actually look like, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I imagine that if yours is, like, the Hanzo, mine has to be, like, the Genji, am I right?
Yeah,
That's not very dad hair. Let me redo that dad hair. So.
Yeah, yours is definitely the Genji.
Yeah. So, he's, like, slightly younger. He's slightly cooler.
Yeah, he's the younger brother for sure.
Yeah. So.
He's slightly younger, slightly cooler, and the dad that I drew murdered him, and he had to be replaced with a robot body.
Yeah. So, you're right in that he had to be replaced by a robot body. So, but...
He looks suave as heck right now.
I know. I kind of drew my uncle a little bit.
He's got, like, the
weird.
turtleneck, the half turtleneck thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, he has a little bit of a turtleneck. Also, like, rad dads can kind of do everything. Even if they can't, they pretend like they can, and they just do it.
That's a big part of being a dad.
As long as it's not, like, technology-based, because my dad can't figure out emails. He can, like, basically build a car from scratch, but not not write an email.
He can construct a vehicle from, like, spare parts he finds in the woods.
Yeah, he's basically like MacGyver. So...
Oh, my God.
So,
Julia, what's happening to this dad? Julia, I don't like where this dad is going. I was so down with this dad, and now I'm so not.
He's like... He looks really nice on dating profiles, because he, like, takes photos of himself from, like, the head up, you know?
Yeah. Is he dating? He's not married? He's a single dad?
Yeah.
Single rad dad?
Single rad dad.
But he still makes plenty of time for his kids.
Of course he does.
What with all of his tentacles to care for them with.
Yeah, like he could do everything. Look at how many arms he's got.
Oh my god.
Are you not a fan of this?
I guess here's my issue with this rad dad.
Okay, he's not your dad? Oh my god.
I mean, he's not my dad, that's for sure.
Not my dad.
But also, he doesn't seem like very huggable. He seems like a distant dad.
What? He's very cool. He's in with the kids. He
looks like he's never seen a youth, and he doesn't know what they do. Oh, wait a second. Here we go.
Here we go. See, he's like trying to hone in the cool factor.
Now we're grounding him back down.
Yeah.
He was looking a little too suave.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, look at him. I mean, from the neck
God,
up.
He still looks pretty suave, though.
He's like the coolest dude, right? And then he can just ignore the bottom half.
Yes, I like how his turtleneck is just like a cloth with a hole in it.
It's like a poncho.
Yeah. What happened to him?
He's like the only... I mean, like we said, he had a falling out with his brother. And...
My rad dad did this to him?
Listen, they have a past that they don't talk about. And so... Wait, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing either.
Hey, making it up as I go along is what I'm doing.
Julia, is your dad a squid man?
He might be.
I mean, I've seen your dad before, but never in person.
Yeah.
So, the only time I've really seen him is on Snapchat that one time.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like top half only.
Yeah, where he was drawing. He was drawing his, what was it? He was drawing like his dream.
His dream place or something?
His like dream existence, and it was living in a cave by himself.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Here you go. I wish you had a squid body. How about that? So this dad can do everything, and like he's really cool looking from the neck up.
Yeah, which is the important part.
He's like in with the kids. Yeah.
Is he the kind of dad that, like, you know, the kids will come over and they're like, you know, late high school and they're like trying to sneak drinks and like he catches them, but he's like super chill about it, and he's like, you know, I did it when I was your age too. As long as you're doing it here and you're safe, that's what matters. Yeah.
And, you know, he's just so cool that, like, the first time you see him, you're like, oh my God, is he a squid? And then after a point, you're just like, you don't even notice it anymore because he's just so cool.
Yeah, his charms win you over.
Yeah.
And also the fact that if you insult him, he'll squirt a lot of ink at you and run away.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism if he feels uncertain.
You know, mistakes happen sometimes. So I think this is my rad dad.
Could you give him a tattoo, please?
Oh, no, you're right. You know what? He's going to have a little... He has like a you know, one of those like polo shirt insignia things just over there. It's just hanging out. And that's...
Is this his tattoo on his shirt?
Yeah, it's just
an
like...
over-the-shirt tattoo?
It's a little emblem. I mean, he's half a dang squid. What do you want me to do with him?
I don't know, Julia. You made him half a dang squid.
But...
This dad is your doing. This is your dad now.
Hi, Dad. I don't know what else I should add to this dad. I feel like he's just so cool. Oh, also, he's like... I know what he's missing.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, my rad dad trying to explain to his kid why Uncle Chuck never comes around. It's like, Daddy, why does Uncle Chuck never come hang out? And he's like, well, son, we just grew distant over the years, and also he's mostly squid.
We had a bit of a falling out as children. Look at him. He has like a cool skateboard.
He can't ride that. It's too small.
He piles up all his tentacles onto it.
Can you just draw me like a really quick diagram, really small, of like what he looks like on that skateboard, and then that's it. But I just gotta see.
Yeah. Okay. Should I get rid of these two dudes for a second, and so we can see it, or should I just like throw it up in the middle?
Just throw it right up there in the middle. Just a tiny version, so that I know what I'm expecting here, because I know what I'm thinking in my head, and I really like it.
So it's just like
he goes full vase mode.
I'm sorry. You wanted me to think of logical things that work? Is that what you're saying? Look at him. It's like, but he kind of has to, like, also, he has to, like, so he...
So he's just cruising, just standing there.
Yeah.
I imagine he still has the same stoic look on his face, too.
He's, like, kicking off with this leg.
Oh, that's his little kicker tentacle.
Yeah. And he's got his sunglasses down.
All right, the shades are on.
He doesn't want that sun in his eye to get...
You see him go by and you're like, damn, that's a rad dad.
Like, can you imagine how fast he goes, though, with all those tentacles? Like, if he really wants to, he can, like...
kickies on both sides?
Super kick off, yeah.
Oh, you know what? He's winning me over a little bit now.
I know.
I'm seeing his charms now.
Imagine he's just carrying, like, a pack of Capri Sun back here. Like, boop. Is that what Capri Sun looks like? It's more of like a...
Yeah, sure.
It's more of like...
It looks like a remote control for a bomb.
No, you're right. Let's get rid of that.
He's a secret agent.
That's what's cool. You're like, hey, what is Uncle... Whatever you named him.
Uncle Chuck.
Uncle Chuck. What is Uncle Chuck's job? And you're just like...
Chuck Squidbert.
He, he has a normal office job. And then secretly, you're like...
I don't buy that.
I don't think so. He's too cool looking.
He's got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
Yeah, and he definitely has to be doing something rad, and it's definitely...
Riding that skateboard.
To his secret agent job. Well, this is a atrocity.
These are some pretty rad dads. I don't think any radder dads could feasibly exist.
Yeah, so I think we did our job. I hope we satisfied your suggestion, Max Medina.
Max Medina.
I hope this is what you were looking for.
Is this what you wanted, Max Medina? Did we do it right? Please tell us we're good and not bad.
If not, you know what? We're sorry.
We're sorry.